Hi, this is Corey Chambers in Los Angeles. Your home sold guaranteed or I'll buy it. Thanks for taking a minute to listen in. In a moment, I'll share with you some valuable information about this topic. Coronavirus update, Open LA. If you see any properties that are of interest to you, let us know. We will gladly send you a property information packet on any loft, condo, or house, or we will arrange for a private preview upon request. If you have a home you'd like to sell, then you should know that I will guarantee the sale of your present home at a price acceptable to you, or I'll buy it for cash. This will allow you to buy your next home without worrying about selling your present home. To find out how much you could sell your home for, call me at 213-880-9910 now. This is a picture at the bar precinct downtown Los Angeles, which was booming in January. Now empty. How long can downtown businesses hold out? This is the real estate news. The sooner Los Angeles opens for business, the better. And that's a fact. With no date for reopening, Los Angeles is in dire straits. Very little consideration has been given to the ruinous economic impact of a shutdown. Unfortunately, the physical laws of economics have no heart. The dismal science has no compassion for those who fail to heed its demands. This is why both economic, health, and healthcare resources of Los Angeles shall pay a devastating price for some time to come. Devastating to our food supply, even more devastating to poor countries, but also devastating to the American medical system. In fact, we're just now beginning to hear of unpredicted damage to the medical system. How many will die due to panic? How many lives shall be lost in the wake of a $30 trillion loss? Real estate is one of many industries, many industries that has only begun to suffer the full wrath of shutdown. The lingering aftermath shall sadly be much more serious and severe. As part of our focus on all aspects of Los Angeles real estate, the LA Loft blog has been instrumental in disseminating a rich variety of viewpoints on how health crises and the economy affect the LA property market. Due to long-term economic correction, the downtown area housing market has already collapsed by more than 75% compared to 2 years ago in the number of transactions completed. We project that down number to increase to an alarming 82% fall after we analyze the April data that is impacted by temporary panic and its medium-term bad effects. Californians have been paralyzed with fear, but that fear is likely misplaced and is subsiding. Untold economic damage has been precipitated by insufficient, low-quality data. This can and must change rapidly. When research carefully avoids political agendas, the more rational, unbiased epidemiologists reveal that the true economic risk and health risks are from panic and economic collapse, not from the virus itself, not from coronavirus COVID-19. Because of political bias and increasing censorship, the public has not yet received the whole truth. Nearly 100% of coronavirus deaths are linked to pre-existing ailments, other diseases. Barbarous political goals, healthcare industry bias towards alarm, sensationalism, and news media panic profit are all adversely affecting the economy and the real estate market. In fact, our unprecedented shutdown of the economy will take longer than expected to unwind, painful shedding before it can be turned back on. The economy, therefore, must get worse before it gets better. Panic shall exact a hefty price. Worst of all, healthy children shall die from the economic damage and neglect caused by frenzy and overreaction. While the Loft blog is earliest in these revelations, the mainstream media and public will eventually catch on and get caught up as panic subsides. Clear thinking prevails, and the truth has a way of eventually getting out. When this happens, after more sane, free market economic practices resume, and after Los Angeles cleans up its act, the future of California real estate is as bright as this weekend's weather forecast. Speaking of the weather and our sun, the sun is nature's decontamination device. Some beaches are open in Los Angeles County for exercise only with no sitting or socializing permitted, and Orange County has even more beaches open. Fact-checking the fact-check. We've been reading, I'm always looking at the fact-checkers because I'm always interested in what is the true facts. Unfortunately, as those fact-checkers become more prevalent, the fact-checkers need fact-checkers to fact-check the fact-checkers. The so-called fact-checks are often wrong, especially about coronavirus COVID-19. One so-called fact-check falsely claims that there is no evidence that sunlight kills COVID-19. Well, the sun kills bacteria and viruses. A short time in the sun allows our body to produce vitamin D, which is vital to our immune system. And outdoor wind and air blow away virus particles. Indoor home and office interiors tend to keep the particles lingering and in the air longer to infect other residents and their co-workers. So that's one of the reasons why viral flu-like illnesses are much more pervasive in the winter. While viruses can be more hardy in the environment than bacteria, viruses are still susceptible to the effects of sunlight because UV radiation kills viruses by chemically modifying their genetic material, DNA and RNA, according to the National Institutes of Health. Here's a couple links. Here's reader questions. Question: what is Amazon doing with real estate? The answer: not really an LA Loft question, but Amazon has been teaming up with Reology, a company called Reology, to give technology advantages to its Reology, Century 21, Coldwell Banker, Sotheby's, and other real estate company that Reology owns. Question. So this is the second reader question. Are there any deals from LA County probate auction? So the answer is probate and auctions are usually two different topics. They sometimes go together, but not usually. Most probate sales are sold on the MLS, not sold at auction. For auctions, look for them on the LA County website, and expect these tax defaulted property deals to grow in number over the next 6 months to 18 months. And you can find these homes for sale at this LA County auction link right here. And for probate, click on this link here for probate information. Next reader question: does Ritz-Carlton have the best virtual tours of investment homes? Excuse me, just a touch of coronavirus. I shouldn't be drinking my iced tea. So you'll likely find some tours of residences at Ritz-Carlton here at this link. Next reader question: what is the history of renovated loft buildings in Los Angeles? The answer: we're only familiar really with the recent history of LA loft buildings since the formation of the Los Angeles Adaptive Reuse Ordinance, which was in the last 10 to 20 years. Before that, there was another ordinance. Some buildings were converted into residences under an earlier ordinance in 1981 and in the 80s and 90s. The AIR, Artist in Residence Ordinance, officially allowed for residential use of formerly industrial buildings. Molino lofts underwent varying states of conversion during the 1980s and 90s. Some units at Molino lofts still have their 1980s and 90s outdated kitchens and bathrooms. You can check out more about that on condopedia.com. Here's a link. And the last user question: are there any two-story lofts for lease? First of all, I want to thank everybody for their questions. The answer is, well, there usually are a few two-story lofts to choose from. At the moment, I just checked, and they've actually been all leased out. There was a gallery loft that was really cool, two-story, that was just leased out in the last couple of weeks. But here's the good news: you can get a free list of two-story lofts for lease by filling out this online form, and you'll get a free list of 2-story downtown Los Angeles loft apartments and condos, along with pricing, availability, and details for sale or for lease, whatever you prefer. And so Los Angeles lofts will survive, but how many residents will get behind on their HOA dues? That's the question. Some residents will definitely get behind on their HOA dues, and there will be some effect on lofts in Los Angeles. It looks like this person has coronavirus, if you judging by this picture. Well, thanks again. I'm Corey Chambers in Los Angeles. Your home sold guaranteed or I'll buy it. Thanks for checking out the coronavirus update, and where we talk about the need to open LA. As I mentioned earlier, a property information packet is available on any loft, condo, or house at this time to help the community as a free public service. If you see any properties that are of interest to you, let us know, and we will gladly not only send you a property information packet, but we will actually go in and video. If there's no video on the internet, on YouTube, we'll go in, we'll video it, and we'll upload it to YouTube for you for free with no obligation to rent or buy a place. Call 213-880-9910 now. Thanks again, and you take care. Bye-bye.